Well, hello there. My apologies, I just made this in German, so this will be probably rather quick, or I'm at least not as stupid as I was before. So let's get this started. Today I woke up and was kinda surprised because I was reading all the gaming news that happened overnight, and I read about the November update in Dead by Daylight, and holy shit, Trickster REWORK. You know, when I said in my guide a few months ago that would be scary because I need to redo my whole guide? Yep, that's now. But let's getting started on this stuff first. First things first, player cards. Player cards are coming and they look good, not gonna lie. So first of all, you see the player card over here and you see the player card in the endgame screen, and that looks cool. That looks amazing. I like these cards, or this kind of cards and style from other games like Valorant, for example. And I'm really hyped to see that in Dead by Daylight as well, because that makes it a little bit different, makes the boring endgame screen a little bit more exciting. And you can see what other players' style is basically a little bit, or what they commit to. We'll be looking forward to see what's going on there. Also, they clarified that now you click on the profile card and not anywhere anymore to get to the player profile, which makes sense now, obviously. And I like that update. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Next would be the Trickster thingy already, but we skipped it for now and go over to Made for This instead. So, Made for This now is changed. Endurance status is still the same, but you only run faster now while you are affected by deep wounds. That's kinda interesting. I'm still more concerned about the endurance effect and less about the movement speed effect, but at least it helps. People don't run around like lunatics anymore, hopefully now. And you actually have some kind of counterplay if you don't put them in deep wounds. And actually it's also kind of fair on deep wounds, because especially in deep wounds you want to get away, you want to mend. Even though when you're in chase, deep wounds is not decaying, so you can't go into dying state while in deep wounds in chase. It's better to get some distance and go away. That's okay. It's not like super terrible. I still would prefer to see the endurance status effect change to 6, 7, 8 from 6, 8, 10. At least, I don't know. Or maybe remove that completely and then give them movement speed while injured again. I don't know. I feel like the behavior is missing a point here, but that's just me. I don't like this perk at all, so meh. Garden of Joy gets a rework. The house will be rebuilt apparently, because there are many strong windows that extend chases for ages. We know that. So on day recording, November 3rd, yesterday we had a game on Garden of Joy where I got completely stumped because the chases around the house were too strong, and there was an Adam that was basically destroying me completely. Not a single... I didn't see a single piece of light there, which is good because we had Dead by Daylight, but anyways. Also padded loops are a little bit smoother now, or they want to work it a little bit smoother, and as we can see in the picture, apparently the truck in front of the house is gone, you know, where the pallet is next to it. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't even see that in the German version right now, holy shit. Anyways, Red Forest, similar thing, gets a rework to make it a little bit better to play, a little bit smaller maybe. The size is a big problem they wrote here. So they reduced the size. Which I really appreciate, especially on Mother's Dwelling. Mother's Dwelling is huge, holy shit. And they also worked a little bit on the vegetation and the pallet loops, and removed some plants apparently, which is Rip Trapper. But other than that, looks good. Looking forward to see what the changes actually are. And that being said, let's go to the main dish, Trickster rework. So first of all, rapid fire. Right now you start on 3 blades per second. And it gets faster after 4 and 8 blades until you are at 4 blades per second-ish, roughly. I didn't do the math actually this time. But so you throw 1 blade faster from the beginning, and there is no longer an increase in throw speed. Add-ons will be changed accordingly. I'll come to that in a second. Therefore, the survivors also get a larger or increased acceleration meter again, from 6 hits to 8. And the decay time starts after 10 seconds instead of 15. So far that seems all okay. A huge problem on the fast throw speed was the recoil so far, because you basically were unable to hit knives even on mouse and keyboard sometimes, because survivors are moving obviously. And if you remember my how to aim with Trickster video, you actually can practice that stuff, but it's like super difficult sometimes. But they removed recoil, so yeah, no recoil anymore. Makes Trickster freaking dangerous. Especially if you consider that movement so far already didn't decrease your accuracy like it does in other shooter games. Which is fair, it's more aligned on Slinger and Hunters now. No recoil, makes it especially easy on console players, so good luck on the gamepad hunts now, I guess. Second part, fast-paced. That is freaking hilarious, because that's the only change I wanted to ask for Trickster. He is now, if that change goes live, a 4.6 meter per second movement killer, not 4.4 anymore, and gets a bigger terror radius, therefore 32 meters instead of 24. That actually means that ultimate weapon is valuable on him, so we might want to play that. That's freaking hilarious. That's a huge buff compared to the other range killers. Main event, that's the most stupid change, and I'm not sure how let's read it. So main event now requires only 6 hits instead of 30. No, I'm not drunk, they actually wrote that here. 6 blades instead of 30, that means you can use it every single chase on paper. Because you need 8 blades to injure a survivor. Main event still doesn't consume your normal knife count. So if they didn't change the knife count, which I assume because they never said anything about changing the knife count, you start on 44 knife space flat. Add-ons are not mentioned to be changed. So neither Trick Pouch nor Bloody Bower are meant to be changed. Meaning, if you hit 6 blades, you are at 38. Then you hit main event down the survivor. Hook him, her, whatever. Then you go to the next hook, the next survivor. Hit 6 knives, you are at 32. Main event down the survivor. I mean, it's only lasting 5 seconds instead of 10. But that's fine, because you have higher throw speed anyways. That's so freaking ridiculous. I'm really looking forward to see that, because that will destroy games. Trickster will be freaking strong on that, if that works as we assume it does right now. Add-on wise, Memento Blades get a new effect, decreased time between blade throws by 5%, so if I get this correctly, which is kind of difficult on behaviors, patch notes and comments, because they are not always very clear. But if I get this correctly, you throw blades even faster by 5%. That's not much. It's a brown add-on. I don't expect to save the world or so, but holy shit. Inferno Wires and Tequila Moonrock, a little bit longer main event duration, from 25 and 50 to 40 and 60. Which is fair. Main event is not as long in base value anyway, so to actually get some value out of that, that's fair. They have the Waiting for You watch here, but not the Lucky Blades, I noticed earlier. So Waiting for You watch gets down to 0.25 seconds with each blade hit while it's active instead of 0.4. It recently got buffed, if you remember. And depending on the Lucky Blades and depending on how that all works, it might be not worth being a green add-on again. I don't want to put down my foot on that yet, because I didn't test it, I didn't play it, I have no idea. We can't do the math properly yet, because we don't know the Lucky Blades, we don't know what else is affecting it, we don't know how the additional throwing speed from base value applies to all that shit. So we wait for that, but I have a bad feeling about this one. G-Wounds Autograph and Fist Spin Soda at the moment do make you throw your knives for 1 blade faster or for 2 blades faster. That meaning instead of 8 knives you need 7 or 6 to throw at maximum speed. Instead they now do decrease the number of blades required for the main event by 1 and 2. Which makes Fist Spin Soda even more ridiculous, because instead of 6 blades to activate main event you only need 4. welcome to Blade Hell. Bullet Hell shooter is now a knife hell shooter. Iridescent photo card gets also a new effect. Instead of hitting 4 blades and down people on a left click, exposed status effect basically, you now get, for each consecutive blade hit, gain a stackable 1% haste effect up to a maximum of 7%. So you can get 7% haste out of that shit now. This bonus is lost when you miss a blade or put a survivor into dying state. On one hand, I'm glad that I removed the exposed effect, because I'm not a huge fan of that stuff anyways. And I still felt the Eerie Photo card was the weakest of the exposed add-ons on ranged. On the other hand, is that not an effect for an Iridescent add-on? I don't know. It's the same problem I have on Soldiers Putties on Huntress. Or on the Iron Shore Iron or Shore Bay Iron from, I don't know what the add-on is called, from Slinger. On Huntress, the Soldier's Putties give you like 0.2 meter per second movement speed when you have no headshot. So instead of for 4, you're for 6 killer if you don't have any headshots with you. Which is kinda useless. I mean, yeah, you get it a little bit faster to reload and stuff. And on Slinger, it makes you undetectable as long as you aim downside, I guess. Or, no, as long as somebody's speared, I guess. It's super weird. These add-ons are basically not really eerie worthy. And I have the feeling it's the same for the photo card now. On one hand, I'm kinda happy that Trickster gets buffed. On the other hand, I'm kinda irritated because, I don't know, it's like we have all these changes now, and I'm a little bit worried that it could destroy Trickster as it is right now. Because right now it's a little bit of planning, a little bit of art, a little bit of knowing what you have to do, and I feel that's taken away a bit. So the main challenge from playing Trickster will be removed, because you don't need to plan ahead on the main event anymore. You don't need to focus too much on reload, it seems. Which takes away the locker mechanic a little bit, but it makes it a little bit more similar to Huntress, where you don't need to reload after every single chase, except you're really stupid and miss 5 headshots. I don't know what to think about it yet, because it can go in 2 directions. Or in 3. Everything stays the same. He will be super popular because he's fucking strong. Or you just can't play him anymore. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to support me, you can do that on Ko-Fi. Would really appreciate that. If you do it while I'm live on Twitch, you can also get a notification on stream and actually hopefully get a response immediately from me. If you send me a message while donating while I'm offline, I will still get it. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting me. If you like this video, obviously like it, share it. And if you speak German, there's also a German version. I basically say the same there, but if you want to support me and just watch that as well, so I get both videos pushed a little bit, would really appreciate that. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and see you again soon.